Take my word for it. I live there. Come to Florida. Get pre-approved right now with my guy Michael Kotze. Call him at 561-441-2730. He's got Choice Mortgage and a great real estate team. Get pre-approved right now. Michael Kotze, 561-441-2730. Buy in Florida right now. Don't wait. Save money on state taxes. Make your move today with Choice Mortgage. Trust me, Florida is waiting. This guy's so good, he did my commercials in Florida too. Mike Kotze, 561-441-2730. A ride.
The Lincoln Wishlist sales event is happening now. Here's what's on everyone's wish list. Enjoying holiday jingles with brilliant 3D audio that surrounds you? Check. Watching snow flurries through the panoramic vista roof? Check. Packing up presents with the spacious Lincoln Splitgate? Check. Everything you want. All standard on the 2025 Lincoln Navigator SUV. Visit your local Lincoln retailer or learn more at Lincoln.com for exceptional offers on 2025 Lincoln vehicles today.
The More Money Show with Steve Moore on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
We're back, folks, and this is the More Money Show, and thank you so much for joining. We have affiliates throughout the country, and thank you for making this show a success. It's people like you who listen to the show regularly. I'm so appreciative because it's the highlight of my week to be in front of this microphone talking to real people like you who know what the real story is in America. And speaking of people who know the real story of America, one of my friends, Lydia Moynihan, who I was on CNN this morning with on a panel talking about what's going on in the economy. And Lydia, you knocked it out of the park. Thanks for coming on the show.
Of course. I know we couldn't leave the conversation there. We had to keep it going.
You better believe it. So there's two things I want to talk to you about, and we've only got about 8 to 10 minutes, so it's a short thing. But I want to get you on more regularly because I'm just so impressed with your writing and your TV appearances. But the first thing I want to ask you about is something we talked about on CNN this morning, which it was sort of 2 against 2, where we were saying, well, 2 against 3, really, in terms of we were sort of defending Trump's performance on the economy. And we both recited all of these things that are going right with the economy. And yet, our other panelists were just so glum about things. And truth be told, the public seems to be glum about the way things are going, according to a lot of the latest polls. What the heck is going on here?
Yeah, well, it was great being on with you. Thank you so much for having me. People point to consumer sentiment as down. When you look at the numbers, consumer sentiment was down really heavily when Biden was in office. So I don't think that things have in any way gotten worse. And to your point, you did a great job of articulating, real wage growth. They're building more homes. There's all of these signs that are really positive. But again, affordability is a feeling. And I think there is a real Biden hangover where prices, now when you go to the grocery store, prices are up 25% from where they were 4 years ago. So that's real. And I think people were hoping, okay, Trump's going to get into office and prices are going to go down. And I just don't think that's going to happen in the next 3 months or even year. But I think what's promising, and again, I'm not trying to talk anyone out of their feelings, and I know you're not either, but what's promising is I think Trump is making he's getting investments from foreign countries, and he's making investments in this country, and he's doing things that are deregulating, with the tax cuts, extending those. I think that's so important. And so I think I'm confident in the coming months, the glumness that we saw from our fellow panelists, the glumness that we're seeing in those consumer sentiment numbers, I think that's going to be replaced by optimism. And I do think, it's annoying because every politician says, oh, give me more time. But you need more than 10 months to see the impact of economic policy.
I think that's exactly right. Although I'm just surprised because things are getting objectively better. It's hard to see things that are not getting better. People are, as you said, angry about things like beef prices. But incidentally, we don't want prices to fall. Deflation can be worse than inflation. We just want to create stable prices, and Trump is moving us towards that in a big way. And yet it's your generation, Lydia. It's your generation of people who are feeling gloomy about things. And so what is going on with your cohort?
I do think so. I'm very mixed because I think on the one hand, I see a lot of entitlement, But on the other hand, I also see a lot of hardworking people who kind of did everything right, did everything they were told. I have a friend who, was told, obviously, leave your small hometown, go to this college in New York City. She took out a lot of loans. That was what everyone advised her to do. And she got a degree, and now she has a full-time job, but she's not making a lot of money, and she's saddled with debt. And so, I look at somebody like her who, in a way, did everything that she was supposed to do. Now doesn't feel like she's in a place where she can afford to pay off her loans, let alone think about getting a home or having something like that. And so I think the path that was advised was wrong. I think, and we saw this even with people were told, get a computer science degree. And now some people with the computer science degrees, even though that was supposedly the best major to have, can't get a job anywhere but Chipotle. So I think part of it is the economy has evolved. I think people who start businesses, people who are willing to maybe move to more affordable areas, Texas, Oklahoma, Florida, I think they're maybe able to live sort of the American dream as we know it. But I think people have to be a little bit more flexible today and kind of choose an unconventional route, because I don't think that the conventional wisdom has served people well.
So I am a boomer. I'm one of the youngest boomers, but so I just turned 65.
You're a baby boomer, yeah, quite literally.
Yeah, I'm a boomer, and so I'm a baby boomer, and a lot of people listening to the show are baby boomers. And look, when I graduated from college, my God, the unemployment rate was 11%, inflation was 12%. Yeah. You couldn't get a job as a burger flipper. I get a little frustrated, Lydia, with your generation. I'm not pointing my finger at you, but even my kids are like this. Oh, woe is me. And I'm like, you don't know what hard times really are if you didn't live through Jimmy Carter and by the way, and I think that, Donald Trump is sort of the Ronald Reagan savior of our economy. And what Reagan said is, stay the course, stick with the course. This is going to work.
Take my word for it. I live there. Come to Florida. Get pre-approved right now with my guy Michael Kotze. Call him at 561-441-2730. He's got Choice Mortgage and a great real estate team. Get pre-approved right now. Michael Kotze, 561-441-2730. Buy in Florida right now. Don't wait. Save money on state taxes. Make your move today with Choice Mortgage. Trust me, Florida is waiting. This guy's so good, he did my commercials in Florida too. Mike Kotze, 561-441-2730. All right.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can find options that fit your budget and potentially lower your bills. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
Yeah. And invest to get to the other side. So one point that I would make about this generation, and I don't want to add fuel to the fire here, but I heard this phrase recently that I thought was really compelling, Instagram inequality, to sort of describe the discrepancy that I think people of your generation are seeing, that like we actually have a really great standard of living. Everyone has an iPhone, everyone has air conditioning, all of these things that were luxuries, a few decades ago are ubiquitous, but you never appreciate what you have. And now I think with social media, people are seeing friends who are posting things that don't really exist, right? Who are maybe blowing all their cash on a vacation. And you see that and you think, oh, well, that's the lifestyle that I should have. So I do think social media has sort of amplified any worries or frustrations about where we are at this point in life. And yeah, I do. I mean, when I graduated, I was in a 6th floor walk up and I kind of knew like, okay, this is the reality for the next couple of years. And you just kind of stick it through and hope you get to the other side.
So we've just got about a minute and a half left. I wanted to ask you one other quick question before I let you go, Lydia, and that is something that came up in our discussion at CNN, where we were talking a little bit about low birth rates now among your generation and low marriage rates, which really bothers me because we need, as the Bible says, be fruitful and multiply. Why do you think that your generation is getting married later and having kids later, or not at all?
I'm not trying to blame everything on men, but I do think, and I'm glad men are finally getting a bit more attention and focus, because I do think this generation of men kind of sucks. I I have so many.
Oh, there you go. Blaming the man. I knew it. Lydia. I knew that was going to happen.
the gender wars. No, but I do think a lot of men, and I think it's because they were kind of beaten up, all through my childhood.
You know who I blame? I blame the young women.
Not about empowering boys. Okay. Well, let's hear it. Why do you blame the young women?
We got to wrap this up. Lydia, you're wonderful to come on. It was a pleasure to be with you on CNN today. And folks, this is the More Money Show, and we will be right back.
Thanks for listening to More Money with Steve Moore. You can hear More Money with Steve Moore Saturday afternoons at 1. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode so you never have to wonder,
what the heck is going on here?
Take my word for it. I live there. Come to Florida. Get pre-approved right now with my guy Michael Kotze. Call him at 561-441-2730. He's got Choice Mortgage and a great real estate team. Get pre-approved right now. Michael Kotze, 561-441-2730. Buy in Florida right now. Don't wait. Save money on state taxes. Make your move today with Choice Mortgage. Trust me, Florida is waiting. This guy's so good, he did my commercials in Florida too. Mike Kotze, 561-441-2730. A ride.